What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm back to do my Week 14 review of the Hrvatski Telekom Prva Liga, or the Croatian Football League. 14 matches in, man. We are deep into the season. It's still early in the season, but, almost at that halfway point, almost, looking at the finish line. Almost. Not quite yet, Gotta go up and then come down. But week 14, man, I started doing this at week 6, round 6, Colo 6, and I'm at week 14. I just want to continue. It's a very, very tricky period where, I can actually fall off and stop doing this because the interest isn't so there because it's midway through the season. But, you got to be patient and you got to grind all the way to match 36. It's 36 games, 9. Yes. 36 games. Each team play each other 4 times. So, week 14. I made predictions for week 14. So what I will do, I will go through each match and see how many I got right and give you predictions for week 15, which will continue after the international break is over. Congrats to Croatia Hrvatska for defeating Spain 3-2 in League A, Group 4 of the UEFA Nations League, man. Awesome performance by the boys. Zlatko Dalic, Luka Modric, Rakitic, Brozovic, almost said Kalinic there, Kramaric and them boys, they were awesome. And you know where most of these players, came from, and you know where they started playing their football? In the HNL. So never ever ignore this league. So let's start with the Rudeš versus Gorica. A match I predicted Gorica to win 4-1, but it ended in a 1-0 win for Gorica. Still predicted a win, and Gorica came up with the goods, the newly promoted team. Lukas Zwolinski scored the only goal in the 62nd minute, and the Polish has been he's been really doing well this season in the Hrvatski Prva Liga for real, because he is one of their, most potent goal scorers. And, if he continue like this, he will be one of the contenders for, the top goal scorer of the season. With this win, Gorica go up to 4th and, Rudeš still 10th. They picked up a red card in this match as well, so that made matters worse. They got a red card in the last match and another red card in this game again. Very, very bad stuff. João Eric was sent off in the 74th minute. So Rudeš are still winless. Only 2 points this season after 14 games. They need help, man. They need help. Someone loan them some decent players if they can afford to have these players on loan. But awful stuff by Rudeš, man. Awful stuff. After I go through the matches, I will actually, talk about the week 15 fixtures. So let us move on. I saw the highlights and everything for all these matches, guys. So I know what's going on in the league. Slaven Belupo versus Osijek. I predicted a 2-1 win for Slaven, and then at the end of the video I did say it could end in a draw, but it did. Wait, I did predict a 2-1 win for Osijek, and it turned out to be a 2-0 win for Osijek, who has been doing really well this season. Haris Hajduk scored in the 58th minute, and in the 82nd minute, Marin Pial. Oh my God! What? I never saw this guy before. P-I-L-J. How do you pronounce that? Pial? I really can't say that name, but anyways. If you know how to say that name, of course, someone should know. Let me know how to say that properly in the comment section down below. So another big result for Osijek there, defeating Slaven Belupo on the road. So with this win, Osijek go up to, well, I think they remain in third on 27 points. Gorica just behind them on 26 points. So it's really close between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and even 5th. Really close. So it's heating up, man. It's heating up in the Croatian league. So With that loss, Slaven stays 7th, 13 points. Slaven haven't been doing really well this season, you know, still in the bottom half of the table, and they will need to work a lot harder in order to climb out. So let's move on to the next match, which will be Hajduk Split 3 into Zaprešić 0. I predicted a 2-0 win for Hajduk Split, so that's another prediction I got right. Awesome stuff there by Dom. And in this match, Zoran Vuljic's men prevailed. We had Ante Palaversa opening the scoring in the 19th minute. Then Jairo de Macedo da Silva scored in the 48th minute. He's one of their best players too, the Brazilian. And then Said Ahmed Said, also one of their best players. He is a really, really good player. He scored in the 65th minute to give Hajduk Split, the former, you know, title winner, the win versus Inter Zaprešić, who has really been struggling this season. I don't like that Inter uniform at all. You know, that race car kind of themed uniform, you know, with the weird letters. No, I don't think they even have the players' names in the back. It's just a weird uniform. If I have to rank the uniforms in the Croatian league from, you know, 10 to 1, Inter Zaprešić will be right at the bottom. I really don't like that yellow and blue uniform at all. It looks horrendous. It really does. So big 3 points for Hajduk Split. They stay 6th in the table. They pick up a big 3 points. They go up to 16 points right there. Really, really good. Still a big distance, you know, a big gap between them and 5th. We're talking about an 8-point gap. So they have a lot of work to do if they are to place in the top half of the table by the time the season ends. But the season is still young. Inter Zaprešić, they stay just outside the relegation playoff zone. 11 points, 8 possession, and they haven't been really good this season. 3 wins, 9 losses, 3 draws. They have a lot of work to do. But I think they will be safe, you know. They will be safe. At least they're doing better than Istra and Rudeš this season. So for the next match, which brings us to Istra. Istra 1961 versus Rijeka. I predicted a 1-0 win for Rijeka, and it ended in a 2-1 win for Rijeka. So they did win by a 1-goal margin. We had Antonio Choliak opening the scoring for Rijeka in the 7th minute, and then Zoran Kržić putting them 2 up in the 35th minute, and then Robert Peric Komšić scored a late fight-back goal for Istra in the 88th minute. So this is a big result for Rijeka. This puts them on 24 points in 5th position. So Igor Bishan has really turned things around since taking over the club. You know, Matthias Kettman, good manager, but sometimes you just got to move on. So 24 points for Rijeka, 2 points behind Gorica, 3 points behind 3rd place Osijek, and 4 points behind 2nd place Lokomotiva. What am I talking about? Which brings us to the next fixture, guys. But before I go on, Istra, they are 9th. 9 points. Istra hasn't really been doing well this season. They recently changed managers again, so they are now on 3 managers so far this season. They need to just settle down, decide what they want to do, and just stick to the program and march on. They still have Inter Zaprešić in their sights, and they are only in the relegation playoff zone, so they are not really, you know, going to get relegated. They have to play that playoff match if they end in 9th, and I will back them. They have some good players to at least survive in the HNL next season. But as for Rudeš, man, I don't know about them. I don't know about them. But Lokomotiva, man. Lokomotiva versus Dinamo Zagreb in the Zagreb derby. Let me take a little bit of time on this match, you know. Nenad Bjelica, man. He's been doing a really good job with his team, rotating the team really, really nicely once again. Awesome, awesome stuff. Dinamo Zagreb came out 1-0 winners after thumping Spartak Trnava in the Europa League. So they played through the thick fog, you know, they came out and they picked up yet another win. Their only loss this season came versus Young Boys in the Champions League playoff fixture. You know, remember that guy Guillaume Haru really, you know, killed Zagreb, Dinamo Zagreb's Champions League hopes. But I said everything happens for a reason, and they're in the Europa League, 4 wins in 4. In the, you know, the HNL, 14 matches in, they are still unbeaten. Only team still unbeaten so far in the league. And one of the few teams in Europe's, you know, let's say top 20 leagues still currently unbeaten. You know, my team, Man City, still unbeaten. Liverpool, Chelsea, still unbeaten as well. So I think PSG are still unbeaten too. But big win again by Dinamo Zagreb after rotating the team. We had Budimir and Petković up top. And Petković, man, scoring one of the best goals I've seen all year. Wow, what a goal. This goal deserves to go up for the Puskas Awards because it was that good. Over the head bicycle kick to break the deadlock, and it turned out to be the only goal of the match. Lokomotiva, they played really well. They deserve more than a loss, in my opinion. They could have scored, you know, they bossed the games for you know, a short period, and they could have easily scored an equalizer. And Bruno Petković could have also scored a second spectacular goal in this match, but it was saved by the goalkeeper. So we had Ivan Šunjić playing, Ariana Demi, Dani Olmo, who plays for the Spanish, you know, under 21. And there's been rumors that Barcelona wants Dani Olmo back. Remember, he was a Barcelona coming through the academy. He left. He went to Croatia. And Croatia has molded this guy. They have made this guy into a really good player. And I think Dani Olmo is up there, top 5 players in the HNL, if not the best player in this league. He is really good. And Croatia even tried to give him, I don't know if he's a citizen, but they tried to give him citizenship so he can be called up for the Croatian national team. He is that good. He is that good. A lot of really good players passed through Dinamo Zagreb, and Dani Olmo chose the Dinamo Zagreb route to gain first team football, and he has done really well at this club. So I won't be surprised if Dani Olmo is not at this club next season. So summer transfer window, look out for Barcelona trying to sign this youngster, or another club trying to sign this youngster, because the Croatian league is too small for such a big talent, in my opinion. You know, they won't last long in the league. The league is just there, in my opinion, you know, to just mold talent and just shape them for, you know, a bigger purpose. That's just what I think there. Mario Musa also played. We had Kevin, Theophile Catherine, Nicola Moro getting a run out, Dominic Livakovic in goal, Mario Shitum getting a run out, Luca Menalo as well, and Emir Diliver. We had Damian Kadzio and Moharami as well in the team. So it was a very strong lineup, you know, substitutions made by Nenad Bjelica. That's the thing about this team. Even though if they rotate the squad, you know, he still have the main players on the bench. You know, the players who can come on and make a difference. Gavranovic wasn't even involved. Mislav Orsic wasn't even involved. And Izet Hajdovic wasn't even involved in this match. And Dinamo can still come out with wins. Like, this is just amazing stuff. So I did predict a 3-1 win for Dinamo. They still won the game 1-0. So I think I got all my predictions right this week. So awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. But someone asked me if I watch the games in the HNL. And I do watch games when I can. But I do watch all the replays. And while the matches are playing, I actually have all the alerts on. So I know whenever a goal is scored, I know when it's halftime, I know when the matches are over, and so forth and so on. So I am really keeping tabs on this league. In week 15, which will begin on Friday, the 23rd of November. So it will be 1 week from now. We have Rudeš hosting into Zaprešić. Two struggling teams. Will this be Rudeš's opportunity to pick up their first win of the season? And is this Inter's chance to actually come out of their rut? It's a tricky match to predict. It's really, really tricky. But I'm gonna go for Inter to win this one. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 victory for Inter Zaprešić. Rudeš will lose again. Sorry, Rudeš. Sorry. I don't know when you will overcome this, but prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong. Then on Saturday, 9 a.m., we have Rijeka playing Dinamo Zagreb. This is a big match. This is a big match. I think this is when I first started covering the HNL. It was the Rijeka versus Dinamo Zagreb fixture. It was the return leg at the Maximir. This was my first week covering it. So it's sentimental, you know. I covered these fixtures already. Looks really, really familiar. So Rijeka hosting Dinamo Zagreb. It's tricky. It's tricky because I think that's a Saturday. So Dinamo should go in with a strong team. They might have Europa League the following week, so they have time. They have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They have time and they could play a strong team on the road. I think Dinamo are going to remain unbeaten. It will not be an easy game, but I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory for Dinamo. You know, so I'm going to say, what did I say for Inter Zaprešić, Rudeš? A 3-1, and I'm going to go for another 3-1. So, Gorica versus Istra 1961. Gorica. I'm going to go for a Gorica win, 2-0. Hajduk split versus Slaven Belupo. I'm going to say this one is going to end in a draw. Exciting 2-2 draw. And last but not least, Lokomotiva versus Osijek. This is a huge game because both teams, second and third place, playing really, really well this season. This is another hard match to predict. This will be on Sunday, the 25th of November. This is a hard one to predict. Lokomotiva, Osijek. Oh, I'm going to go for another draw. I'm going to play it safe and go for another draw. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Guys, let me know your thoughts on, you know, these predictions. Let me know if I miss any big talking points on the HNL. If you have any news, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I will answer them in the next video. I'm trying to make this a little bit more interactive where you could ask me some questions and I could do like a little Q&A in the back end. But, you know, I just want to continue covering this league. This nice small league called Hrvatski Telekom Prva Liga. I want to continue covering it. And, you know, I want to keep tabs on all the really good players in the league. And just, you know, continue supporting Croatian football. So congratulations again to Croatia for, you know, that win versus Spain. You know, congratulations to Dinamo again on the Europa League win, and congratulations to them still being unbeaten, top of the table, 36 points. We have Lokomotiva in second, 28 points, so that's an 8-point gap. Osijek third, 27 points. Gorica fourth on 26 points. Rijeka fifth, 24 points. And an 8-point gap between fifth and sixth. Hajduk split 16 points. We have Slaven Belupo 7th, 13 points. Inter Zaprešić 8th, 11 points. We have Istra 1961 9th, 9 points. And Rudeš still winless at the bottom of the table. 2 points. 2 points. Horrible. Horrendous. All the bad words you can think. Rudeš, man. Pray for Rudeš, guys. Pray for Rudeš. But Guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. I wish Croatia all the best in their match versus England on Sunday. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Share this video. Try to get the, channel out there. Get more people, following, the channel, and keep supporting Croatian club football and international football. So don't forget, leave a thumbs up. I'm your boy Dominic Rich again. Peace out. Rich Squad. Hrvatska.